Everybody ready? Switched everything, switched our recorders and everything, we're good? All right, everyone give Stephan a round of applause.
Blue and pink. Two colors that have been forced on people for many, many years based on their biological sex. Now imagine not only the colors were being forced on you, but the gender itself. Now, can I raise of hands, how many of you know what this is? So for those of you who don't know what this is the flag for the transgender community. Specifically trans females and trans males, such as myself. Today I will be teaching you about the flag, the community it comes from, and how I came to be part of this community. So, the flag has actually been a really recent development, as has trans recognition. The flag has actually been produced within the last 20 years, August 1999 to be exact. It was made by a trans woman named Monica Helms, who made it for a pride in Phoenix, Arizona. When she described the design for the flag, she said, "The stripes at the top and bottom are light blue, the traditional color for baby boys. The stripes next to them are pink, the traditional color for baby girls. And the stripe in the middle is white for people who are intersex, transitioning, or consider them having an undefined or neutral gender." Now, the flag was later donated to the Smithsonian National Museum of American History in Washington, D.C., and went on to become part of an LGBT collection in August 2014. So even though the flag and the developments have been recent, the trans community has actually been around for a long time. There are big references to them in history of old religions and myths, but transgender people didn't really get real recognition until around the 1960s, which is when they started banding together to push for reform, not only for themselves, but the entire LGBT community, such as in the Stonewall riots. But now that technology has come about, the entire playing field has changed. We have videos and pictures and things to say and places where we can post them that has brought the community closer together, as well as making spreading awareness that much easier. There are also people coming out way younger too, now that they are able to access the information that they need. According to George Gary J. Gates, in an article posted in April 2011, 0.3% of the population is transgender, which is nearly 700,000 people. Now that I told you about the flag and the community it comes from, I will tell you about how I came to be part of this community. Now, I obviously identify with this community because, well, I'm a trans male, and I didn't really come to terms with that until about a little under 2 years ago when I was 17. And oh yeah, I've always known transgender people exist and I've always respected them. But you see, I grew up going to Catholic school. I had a Catholic family, so you see how that might have been kind of hard. Like, I've been extremely gendered my entire life. I mean, my rooms have always been pink my entire childhood. And I've always been very aware that I was born a girl, but what's it called? Oh, and well, I figured my gender wasn't really up for debate because, you know, they tell you in school, you know, God made you exactly the way you were supposed to be. And it's like, okay. So in like the first grade, when I was like, you know, I don't really think I'm a girl, I think I'm actually a boy, like I just kind of pushed those thoughts away because I thought they were silly. I'm like, obviously that's not right because that's not what these people told me. So I spent years trying to ingrain myself into loving the gender I'd been giving, into accepting myself. All for naught, I guess, because by the time I'd gone through 9 years of Catholic school, I finally convinced my parents to let me go to public high school. And the change from there was exponential. I spent the first 2 years basically gathering information about everything. And by the third year, I had made my first transgender friend, as well as around that time, my 11-year-old cousin had also come out to me as transgender because he thought I was the only person he could trust. I then became fiercely protective of both of them, and I tried so hard to get them to accept themselves and love themselves. And I spent so much time doing this, and I'm like, why do I feel this strongly, this need to help them? So I took some time to evaluate my own emotions and things I had buried inside myself, And I came to realize that I myself was actually transgender, and I was pushing my feelings onto my, friends and my family. So since then, I have worked to become the man I want to become. I'm still going through it, but I never would have done it without the help of the online transgender community, because they helped me realize how to go through transitioning. It helped me with dysphoria. It was just pretty hard for a while, but I was able to, come to terms with everything. So now that I've told you more about the transgender community, hopefully you will see it around you more, and you'll, be able to respect the people that you meet. So now that I've told you about the flag, the community, how I came to be part of it, I leave you with one last piece. If nothing else, remember everyone is different. So let them tell you who they are, and once they do that, please respect how they identify. It's their life, not yours. So just remember.